We're coming back into the lovely weather of fall. We've just been getting more and more rains. Things are starting to hydrate again. It's cooling off. And so there are thoughts here around getting prepared for fall transplanting and fall plant sales. What we've landed on over the years is we offer an abundant amount of trees and shrubs, plants grown from seed and cuttings during the growing season on September 1st to ship to folks for fall establishment. And then we do a little bit more herbaceous perennials, grasses, bamboos, things like that, March 1st for spring. That's worked really nicely over the years, and we're going to continue that tradition. In this video, I'd like to highlight some of the plants that we're really excited to offer. There's some new things we're going to be sharing this year. I want to apologize that it was my intention to make a lot more... Hello, birds. It was my intention to make a lot more videos this summer with a little one and just the fullness of the growing season and being a full-time farmer as our primary work. It's a little hard to make the time to document, so hopefully as things cool off we'll be able to make some more updates and things, but we appreciate your patience. Right now I'm standing in our backyard garden. We've documented this pretty thoroughly over the years. With the rains that have finally come back in, we've had a pretty intense hot moment and some plants were suffering from that, but overall I think they held out nicely. We've mulched immensely and the plants are doing really well, especially as it cools off and the rains come back. You can see this funky white stuff in front of me. We've made connections with local folks that raise sheep and have been using sheep's wool, unwashed sheep's wool, as a way to mulch little transplanting and seedlings. So we've got little chards and kale babies that are here for our fall eating, mulched with sheep's wool. It has a nice rich aroma. It's a little greasy and oily when we put it down. The plants seem to love it, and it's really neat when you pull it back. There's worms underneath. Sasha was looking at it the other day and said, oh, if you let it rain on there long enough, it might clean it so I can use it for felting. So we'll see. I'll take a moment and just glance down this nice long meandering bed. We like to have not straight rows in our home garden. You can see it's edged by beets here. That's a very common practice within our nursery, is to flank a nursery production bed with food for us. So we've got a little bed with some honeyberry seedlings and starts in there with kale and chard. We've got beets and a little bit of carrot on the edge here. And then we have, this will be one of the new things that we're going to be offering this fall. We have 4 different varieties, named varieties of honeyberry. There's Aurora, Tundra, Boreal Beauty, and Boreal Beast that we have in pretty nice abundance that we can offer to folks. And so this is a bed where we're growing them out to get them to a beautiful size to share with folks, but we're also at the same moment stool layering them. So the nice big plants will be able to ship to folks, and we can trim off little side shoots that are rooted to plant out for more production. And all of that has beets on the edge. So as a permaculture nursery, we have the plants that we're going to be offering to people, but we need to be able to feed ourselves to do the work to get there. And so these beds have both in the same place. Hanging out here with little Zelda in some more of the wild, wonderful complexity of this garden space. There's some ants on there? Yeah. There's some ants on top of this plant. Thank you for letting us know. We've got more beautiful new plants to offer up. We have American plums. These are native, very, very hardy plums. Here they're grown with lettuce and kale mixed throughout. Again, we love to eat while we love to grow plants to share with folks. We're also offering up a intersectional plum that is native tree plum crossed with beach plum. Makes beautiful purple fruits, and some Japanese plums as well. This is a fun bed just to take a moment and enjoy. We've got Niagara grapes. These are hardwood stems that we propagated with bottom heat this spring, growing really nicely. I forgot that turmeric was in here. I don't remember if we planted that out explicitly or if this was from last year, but when we dig up the grapes this fall, we'll hopefully be able to get some turmeric as a nice bonus. And again, we've got the carrots on the side and chard. That whole pattern of mixing the perennial long-term tree crops with our annuals has been so beautiful and so rewarding over the years. Our friends at Ort Family Farm, it's a really lovely nursery near us, shared 2 varieties of super hardy Russian pomegranates a few years ago. We planted them in the greenhouse attached to our home maybe 5 years ago, and they've never had any winter dieback. We're a pretty cold climate. They're yet to fruit for us, so that's going to be an interesting thing. we need to move them out to a more bright high tunnel for them to be productive. But they root very easily, and we've been able to grow out quite a number of really beautiful cloned Russian pomegranates that should be hardy down to about 10 degrees Fahrenheit, maybe even 0 Fahrenheit, with a little bit of protection. How's that garden? Nice and soft? In and amongst the purple celery and lemon balm of this garden are seedlings of cornelian cherry. These are seeds selected from the largest fruited varieties we could find. This is a very slow-growing, shade-tolerant, deer-resistant plant that makes incredibly medicinal, deep red fruits pretty reliably every year. We had a friend that went and visited in Central Europe and saw a patch that was over 1,000 years old. It's a very long-lived permaculture plant for sure. We're so excited to be able to offer gumi seedlings finally. So these are all saved from a couple named cultivars, really nice varieties. They were very slow to start this spring, and now they've taken off. Some of them will be well over 1 foot tall or taller and be really ready for establishment. We've got hundreds of these little seedlings. What a phenomenal plant. They fix nitrogen, they hold their leaves deep into the fall. The deer and the rabbits don't seem to chew them very much. Really, really wonderful backbone plant to support other plants in a permaculture landscape. You want ready to get down?
Hi, Mommy.
Hey.
Hi, Mommy.
Hey.
You remember gummies from earlier?
Yeah.
Those are good. There's so many more plants to look at in this landscape. We haven't even touched all the air prune boxes and some of the really beautiful new varieties of plants that are happening here. It's been a strong growing season, lots of rain early on, a lot of heat, which helped with the growing, and we were able to keep up with our collected rainwater. And something to mention here, we offer all of these plants early to folks that are members of the YouTube channel. There are a lot of you that are already doing that. Thank you so much, that are choosing to offer up, 99 cents a month or something along that line. Having that direct support on a monthly basis really helps. And the bonus for folks that have joined as members is you get early access to the whole website about 6 hours or 12 hours before anybody else gets on there. And so we're going to continue that tradition. Consider joining as a member and get early access to, I think, some of the lowest prices on these plants that we can find on the internet that are grown with hand tools and rainwater and permaculture practices. We have an unbelievable number of plants looking to find homes, so we hope folks take a moment, check out the website, see what sort of plants we've had for years that we still have in good numbers, and some of the new offerings that are out there, and scoop them up. Fill out your own permaculture landscape with plants that are grown with thought and care for the earth around us. All the details and notes are in the description, so check that out. And we look forward so much to sending beautiful plants to a lot of you lovely folks that are out there in the world. Thank you to all of you that have ordered over the years. We have sent out almost 6,000 packages out into the world since we started doing this in 2017. You all are amazing for supporting our ability to make a livelihood centered on thoughtful, ethical plant growing. Thank you.